In this section, I'll give you a primer about what is IP addressing. Before understanding IP addressing, let's first understand what is the difference between physical addressing and logical addressing. Suppose I visit a city for the first time to meet my relative John. If I ask anyone around the city, hey, can you tell me where John lives? Only the people living in his area might reply to this question. But if I have John's address, anyone in the city can tell me where he lives. So, this is the basic difference between physical addressing and logical addressing. So, physical addressing refers to a computer's MAC address, which is a unique identifier associated with a network adapter that is used for identifying a computer in a network, whereas logical addressing is the virtual address. There are two types of logical addressing, IPv4 and IPv6. IPv4 is further divided into public IP and private IP. IPv4 IP means Internet Protocol. IP address is an address having the information required to reach a specific host. It is a 32-bit logical address. There are 4 octets. Each octet ranges from 0 to 255. IP address is a combination of network ID and host ID. Let's go through this in detail. As you can see in this example, there are 4 octets. Each octet is 8-bit, and that's why IPv4 is a 32-bit logical address. So in this example, there are 4 octets. Each octet has value ranging from 0 to 255. Now let's come to the second example. Is this correct? No. Why? Because in the first octet, the value is 256. Now let's come to the third example. Is this correct? Again, no. Because IPv4 has 4 octets, but here there are only 3 octets. There are 5 classes in IP address. Class A ranging from 1 to 126, Class B ranging from 128 to 191, Class C ranging from 192 to 223, Class D ranging from 224 to 239, and Class E ranging from 240 to 255. We are not going to discuss about Class D and Class E. Class D is reserved for multicast purpose and Class E is reserved for research or experimental purpose. 127 is also reserved for special purpose, and that is loop back address. So here's an example. Can you tell me which class is this IPv4 address? Okay, so to find out the class, we'll only look into the first octet. So here it says 137. 137 lies in between 128 and 191. So this IPv4 address belongs to class B. I hope you understood how to find the class of an IP address. We've already seen that IP address is made up of network ID and host ID. So in class A, the first octet is our network ID and the rest 3 are the host ID. In class B, the first 2 are the network ID and the rest 2 are the host ID. In class C, the first 3 are the network ID and the last octet tells us about the host ID. Network bit is represented by 1 and host bit is represented by 0. Private IP and public IP. Private IP is used to communicate within the network. It is available free of cost. Whereas public IP is used to communicate outside the network. It is not free of cost. IPv4 came almost 25 years back and there were about 4 billion IPv4 addresses. But now there are exhausting. So for more IP addresses, IPv6 was introduced. It is a 128-bit address. It is very huge. I cannot give you an approximate number of how many IP addresses are there in IPv6. It is huge. Eventually, IPv4 will exhaust and we will move to IPv6.